Mic check. 1 2 1 2. What's the motherfucking deal? We finna get into this shit. Y'all better be ready in 2 damn minutes. We got shit to talk about. We only got an hour to talk about.
What the hell is Saw Sports or whatever that last call was talking about? What the hell is that?
Guys are from Free Love, man.
North side, south side, east side, west side. Perfect. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink. What up, Tenny? What up, Ray Ray? What up, Spitz? 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texas, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink. What up, Tenny? What up, Ray Ray? What up, Spitz? 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texas, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect. North side, south side, east side, west side. It's the sauce, ho. You know what the fuck it is. From the east to the west, gotta represent. From the north to the south, gotta represent. They try to steal the sauce, but they ain't got the fresh ingredients. I know the round table, the real round table. Anything else, bitch, that's just an imitation. Shout out Wide, shout out Wink. What up, Tenny? What up, Ray Ray? What up, Spitz? 10 toes down since the beginning. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. Call the sauce line if you got an issue. From the Rockies, the Stros, Texas, the Dynamo, Houston's #1 sports show, brought to you by Honcho. Perfect.
What is the mother fluffing deal? Hold on, what are we doing here? Bliggity bliggity. Wow, there we go. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome. Welcome to Saw Sports. If you are not familiar with Saw Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. Means that we're talking all sports, but only Houston. So give me a second. 2 things I want y'all to do. Sauce Nation. I know it's been bad. I know I missed the draft. Shout out to the round table. I didn't make it to the one. It's been a fucking weekend, right? It's been a fucking weekend. My bad, Wink. Because I ain't even using that other thing. Give me a second. I might be able to shoot you something. Give me just a second. It's been this weekend. As I said, I was planning to get out, had some car issues, and so I'm getting a little bit more strict about my time and dealing with people. We're not going to get into it, but you're going to see, y'all going to notice a little change. There's going to be more content coming because I owe it to y'all. Y'all have been through the thick and thin. So shout out to South Nation. Shout out to the round table. Yeah, I was very upset this weekend, so I had to do some real recalibrating, start, yeah. Anyway, we'll get into that at a later point in time. But I want y'all to do 2 things. Sauce Nation roll call, man. Shout out your side with pride if you are from the greater Houston area. Man, if you're from the north side, south side, east side, west side, so southeast, southwest, the west. I'm on the west, baby. Wherever you may be. Your hood, set, block, cul-de-sac, street, avenue, boulevard, however you get down, your circle. Who in here really lives on a circle? Can we discuss that? Anyway, I want you to drop your Sauce Nation roll call, and I want you to drop your draft grade. All right, drop that while I do two things real quick, and we're gonna get this party started. The sauce line, I'm gonna have to use the backup den line today because I kind of did some goofy shit and I kind of fucked it up, but I'm gonna get that fixed this evening. But in the meantime, let's talk about the draft. We're gonna talk about Tank Dell and the impact that all of this will have on the Texans team. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think I saw day 3. And so we got some shit to talk about. Like I said, it's just no. Hold up, baby. King Hood already. You know what I'm talking about? I see King Hood in the building. Where the row at? Death Row in the building. Slum in the building. Where y'all at, man? Where them Katie killers at, man? I know y'all in the building. Man. And it's so crazy. And shout out to Jerry. Look. As soon as the stream is over with today, I'm gonna get on that because it was something that didn't sit right now. I have not finished my business. But considering that Tank Dell is part of the conversation today, when y'all see what Mr. Key has been up to, right? Shout out to Wade. When y'all see, and I'm gonna show it to the round table tonight, right? Before I show it to the rest of Sauce Nation. I'm gonna show round table. The round table ain't seen it. I'm gonna show them tonight after I get everything else set up. And when we stream tomorrow, I'll have it. So, a couple of things, right? There's a guy. You gotta understand. And Tank all right. Tank good. Sometimes getting shot ain't getting shot. Sometimes getting shot is getting shot. It just depends. You don't want to be licked. You don't want to be grazed. You don't want to be nothing. But we looking for a nigga. It's a white guy out there, Mike something. He felt like the smart thing to say was to make a comment about Tank should have bled out. Right? Now he done deleted all his fucking social medias. He trying to go into hide and act like he didn't motherfucking say that shit. And this is what I was saying in the den about Houston having too many pussy ass media members, right? That's why I do this because I fuck with the people. I do this because, the dude, I think he was from like ESPN or one of them places, right? And so just let him know. You can hide. But it's not hard to find anybody. That's all I'm going to tell you. Like, y'all got to understand something, right? I'm not on that type of time. This is not what we on. Not at all. You're going, well, if you're not on that type of time, honcho, what do you got the shiesty on? All I'm saying is I'm not on that type of time. But if I was in the media, you got connections to other media members, he'd have to see me, right? Point blank, period. He'd have to see me. Ain't no motherfucker. Like, I don't see how you can be a media member, represent for this town. And I know a lot of them are old and not like that and, all other shit. And that's why I was like, a lot of media members are like motherfuckers with keyboards on the internet. Like, a lot of them are the same way. It's cool to say a bunch of tough shit because you're in a safe space. And then when somebody check you on the shit, well, what did I do? I didn't even, what I'm just saying words. What are you getting angry about? Sometimes this is what's wrong with society as a whole, right? And I don't want to go on a den rant. We're finna start talking Texas. We're gonna get on all that. But sometimes, just sometimes, you gotta punch a motherfucker in the mouth. Like, sometimes, shit, you need to fucking, crack a nigga too. You might need to fucking, you gotta leave him with some last one. You just but here's the thing. We let too many motherfucking Californians come to Houston. Aside from CJ get a pass because he a gangster. We've let too many motherfuckers, too many soft people represent the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, too many soft people to represent the city. That's why I say, like, Sauce Nation, I fuck with y'all. If we was ever if my ass ever show up, if we was at the bar and it was going down, you talking about you Sauce Nation, I'm riding with you. You fuck with me, I fuck with you. Ain't no way I can sit here and be a fan of a motherfucker and be, oh God, you shouldn't have said that now, but you gotta come see me, big pussy. And now you out of there. Now you hiding, now you gone, you trying to go. You cut all that social media shit off. Your name is in the public. I'm not telling anybody to do nothing. I'm not telling anybody to go do it. I'm not telling anybody to threaten anybody. I don't believe in threats. But that's some foul shit to say and then go hide. I've said a bunch of foul shit on these interwebs, right? I've said a lot of foul shit, but guess what? If anybody wants to come confront me and have a conversation about anything I've ever said on, guess what? It's not hard. You can hit me and we can arrange that. You can hit me up, we can have a conversation. It's not that difficult. But anyway, that was some fucked up shit. But Tank did get shot fucking around the club, and he was a 16-year-old. I don't think it was bad. They said he was kind of in and out of the hospital. He was good. He was in good spirits. He should heal up. He should be just fine. I'm not sure where he was hit. I didn't get, all the way that into it. Once I read that he was okay, I wasn't trying to be overly concerned with it. But let me tell y'all something, man. I'm not a club person. Ain't shit in the club, bro. Ain't shit in the club but a bunch of hoes and a bunch of niggas looking for some trouble. Right? So it's a 50-50. You either gonna fuck something or you gonna fight something when you come about the club. So I know young niggas and that shit's still live, and I know in certain cultures we embrace that shit and make it like that's the end all be all. Man, fuck a club, bro. Fuck a fucking club. Like, that shit ain't been cool. It just ain't. The club definitely ain't been cool since y'all niggas been into drill music. The club ain't been cool since like the early 2000s when niggas was making club. I don't know. That might have been when the club got bad. When Lil Jon and East Side Boys came out. The clubs used to be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother thing. Let's see what we got in here joining us, man. Let's get into this conversation, man. I miss y'all. I love y'all, Sauce Nation. I fuck with y'all the long way. Shout out to Jabari, A1 Draft. Watch the film. Arturo. Let me see. Jared Key, keep up in the building. Mitchell Bennett. What's the motherfucking deal, Big Mitch? Hope you're staying on your goal. Wayface Killer, your tank is good. H-Town 713. H-Town Texans, Texas Swarm. What's the motherfucking deal? J-Pack, what's the motherfucking deal? Wink in the building. You already know. H-Town Tony, what's the motherfucking deal? J Boogie did. Trinity Gardens in the building. But and I get it, right? I get it though. Cause look, when you're young, and that's really all you kind of, where the hell's at? He probably back at the house, back in Florida. Shit, he gonna go do his thing. Master Race, what's the motherfucking deal? Jordan Kearney Gibbs, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Be Easy, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. I see some A's. I see some B's, B+. Be Easy Southwest in the building. I say a B already. I got you. I'm going to send you the den line. I'm going to send it to you here in just a second. And then let me see. Shout out to Wade. Shout out to Wade, man. I fucks with Wade, man. That's my dog right there. D-Love, what's the motherfucking deal? Weedy Biggs, what's the motherfucking deal? Red Lobo, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Percy Mack, what's going down? Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. And niggas was getting in the club. What was that? What was that little club used to be over there by the it was I want to say it was before Reliant. It was or it might have been right when Reliant got built, right around that time. Over there. What was that whole? Wasn't the JU Hall? Was it JU Hall? But yeah, like motherfuckers been clubbing since forever. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas been clubbing since before you were supposed to be fucking clubbing. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, right? So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. And like I say, what we gonna do? We got 15. I'm on an hour because we're gonna wrap it up at 8. The JU Stadium Bowl, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I at the JU. I don't know if I hit Stadium Bowl. I hit JU Hall. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool little deal. JB Johnson, what's the motherfucking deal? But let's get into it. Let me do this. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. Let's do this. 1 second. Let me pull some shit up. Everything. So I don't want to make. Like I said, I definitely missed day 3. So I have to get on that. But let's gotta go one by one. Get y'all's thoughts. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna open up the line. We're gonna chop it up with Wink, and then depending on how long we may take some additional calls, this is what we'll do. We'll run them down one by one. We'll get y'all's thoughts. When I ask something, whether it be on the phone, whether I'm just talking out loud, I'm talking to y'all. Sauce, Snake Sauce Sports is a participation grade. Yeah, y'all ain't getting graded. We getting faded. But Sauce Sports is a participation grade, man. So if I'm asking a question, I'm talking to y'all too. So I want y'all to know that. What is going on here? I don't want that. Excuse me. All right. So we did not have a first round pick. We waited. We hoped. We were in anticipation of Nick maybe pulling the move. But the way the board was falling, there was a lot of defensive talent that was falling that was considered possibly first round talent that was stumbling into the second. So as things kind of winded down, you weren't too worried about it because you saw the potential there. You saw the availability. So with the 42nd pick, number 42 overall, Houston Texans selected Kamari Lassiter from Georgia. And I'm not going to front with y'all. I don't really, it's been some years. I have not been extremely adamant on college football, right? I have not been. But looking at it, and from what I've heard, a lot of people liked the Lassiter pick. I know some people kind of, but from what I've seen, the majority of people were fucking with it. I think if y'all listen to the stream, we talked about needs in the secondary. Overall, and they did that. They did touch on the cornerback, they did touch on the safety. But the corner pick, cool, 6 foot. I think they said 5'11 and a half. I prefer taller corners. It is what it is. But having a young guy who could possibly be that helpmate to Derek Stingley, this could be. And I know we got Okuda. I know we got who else we picked up? I forgot who else we picked up, but I know we picked up Okuda and somebody else that were former Henderson, that were former early round picks. And I believe both of them on a 1-year deal. So it's kind of a situation where maybe you fight for a spot, maybe, you learn behind a veteran a little bit. So y'all's thoughts on that, J-Mail, what's the motherfucking deal? Philip Real, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. You say you're going to show the images to someone around and get a live reaction? That's a bet. What I'll do is, if you want, hit me after the thing, and hit me after the thing, because I don't know if you're in the, I don't think you're in the Discord. If not, I'll make sure you're in there, and then I'll put you in the deal, and then we can either jump on video and check them out, or however you want to do it, we can do that, or however, just let me know how you want to show them. Because like I say, look, when y'all see the work that Key Man been putting in for the designs and the merch that's coming, man, look, the shit is live at 5. That's all I can say. Let's see. Yeah, where are we at? Shout out to Eddie Mendoza. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, Lonnie. Yeah, we did get Lonnie. I forgot we brought Lonnie. Let's talk about it. So, what is y'all's grade? What are y'all giving? If y'all coming in late, we had to talk about old buddy was talking about Tank real quick. What grade are you giving that 42nd pick? What grade are you giving the Lassiter pick? Right? I see somebody in the comments said that Mystic Mel need to give us the Super Bowl picks, but then them people gonna come after you if you give them too much information. Shout out to Master Race. Let me see. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest, and just kind of top to bottom. Was there a pick out of any of these? And don't say which. We're gonna go down the whole list, and then, like I said, we're gonna chop it up a wink. Was there a pick out of any of these picks that just made you be like, what the fuck are you thinking? Was there any pick that just made you, when you heard it, you saw it, that just kind of gave you that groan, that fan groan, like, we fucking up groan? Did you? No, ain't no Clarence. We ain't seen Clarence in a little bit. Oh, Clarence, all right. Shout out to Clarence. Your trash ass Lagwars. Let me say B+ all together. Quail man, what's the motherfucking deal? 335. Peace. I don't know. Some of y'all probably be like, what is the peace? That's OG, quadruple OG, quintuple OG, then shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to get into too. Let's talk about that. Let's go ahead and talk about Fisher. Because we do. I don't want to waste too much time. Because it's interesting, right? It's interesting. Oh, the Falcons. I need to holler at my Falcons homegirl, see how she's feeling. Fisher, right? With Fisher, a tackle. I thought I heard something. I thought I was finna have to. But fucking Fisher, right? You got 2 tackles that you would consider your bookends, that you have paid very well. You know what I'm saying? So what is the thinking in that? Is that maybe the regret? Is that just something to build along? Is this a guy for depth? Or, because I mean, you're talking about it's an early round pick that you're spending on a position that a lot of people feel like you're comfortable with. You should be comfortable at. You know what I'm saying? Like a real fight? No. Excellent. Shout out to Storm. Yeah, and again, like you can't have because we saw last year, what was y'all calling them? What was shout out to Wise? He was calling them the Sunflower Seed Boys. We saw them out early on and what's going on outside? I'm gonna have to go hurt somebody. Exactly. That's what I was thinking, because you saw the Sunflower Seed Boys, you saw them miss some significant time last year. And you have a guy that you're hopefully not going to get too much of a drop off from. You know what I mean? So there's a thought there. Oh, that's what they said. Fisher's your twin. Oh no. Oh. All right. Let's get to it. Let's go a little bit quicker. So like I said, we take some calls and we can chop it up. Just know me, y'all know I like to ramble. I can see it though. I could slightly see it. You know what I'm saying? Bullock out of USC, safety. We've had some concerns, to say it lightly, to just say it very lightly. We've had some concerns, right? And then you have to be concerned because honestly, what are we going to get out of Jalen Petrie? Right? What are we going to get out of Jalen Petrie? Does this fire him up, make him step his game up? Or is he year 1 or is he year 2? Right? I'm hoping we get year 1 again. Right? But again, you have to take into consideration, maybe this is who Jalen is. He might not be it. Right? Cade Stover, the guy who massages. This motherfucker gonna be a problem, right? Like a couple of years problem. Because Dalton, what do we sign Dalton? Do we sign Dalton? He got a multiple year deal, didn't he? Was it 3-year deal? Or was Dalton another one? I can't remember what his deal was. But this motherfucker be out here massaging cows and shit. And 3 years, 3 year. Okay. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that pans out. But I like the pick. I like the fact that you have Ohio State ties. I like the fact that he has Ohio State ties. I think that's a major plus. You can look at it how you want to, the CJ Stroud connection, whether that was brought up or not. It's something you have to think about. I don't know if that's another one of those secret inputs from CJ. Hey, you know, this nigga, you're kind of nice. You know, go and take a look at him, right? Take a look at him, son. But you still got what? You got Brevin. You got Schultz. You got the young Stover. And I'm missing somebody. I forgot. We're missing somebody. However you want to look at that. All right, let's run down. And this is where y'all lost me. So Jamal Hill, linebacker from Oregon. Oregon prospects are interesting to me. Let's see, they talking about he ran like a 4.4, something like that. That's very interesting. And I guess my bad. I'm supposed to be asking y'all what y'all grade each of these at as we go along. So real quick, do it like this so I don't get confused in the chat. Put the last name and the draft grade real quick. And so we're talking about Fisher. What was y'all's pick on Fisher? Blake Fisher. Just put Fisher, your draft grade. Bullock. Just put Bullock, your draft grade on Bullock. Stover, your draft grade on Stover. You can't teach speed, right? That's the one thing you can't is the shit. And then you're going to be playing with some motherfuckers. That's going to be interesting. Did get us easy. You got Christian Harris out there. It's going to be very interesting. So Hill, and your draft grade on Hill. And then this is an interesting pick, right? Because I feel like Jawar Jordan, and not necessarily about him, is because you got to figure out where is Damian Pierce right now? Like, where is Damian Pierce in what's the motherfucking deal? Trill? RARO, what's the motherfucking deal? D'Angelo Thompson, Antoine Smith. And anybody, if I may have missed you, I ain't dish you, Wave Face Killer. I don't know if I shouted you out earlier. Retreat Hell, Christopher Barbosa. I don't know if I shouted y'all out. If I did, you got two. You lucky. If not, what's the motherfucking deal? Because I know how y'all felt. I know what y'all was thinking. I know what y'all was saying about Pierce, right? I know a lot of y'all was off the Pierce train. See, this is what happened. I told you, Trill, your opportunity for the black joke was in the den. I even set it up for you, right? Even set it up for you. You did not take advantage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to use his black palms to choke a nigga from Port Arthur. You know what? I hope your new truck catch a flat, nigga, tomorrow. As soon as you wake up, I hope you get a well-rested night of sleep. I hope you find a good parking spot. I hope you have no troubles finding a parking spot. You just have, it's a good day. Everything's gonna be smooth. And then when you wake up in the morning, I hope a lot lizard has jammed a fucking screwdriver into two of your tires. Right? Uh-oh. You see Sal saying sketchy going from sketchy to catchy? Okay, bet. I got you, Key Man. Jawar Jordan, right? Again, not familiar. Like I said, I have not been adept on the college game the last couple of years. I'll be honest, I have not been paying very, very much attention. But like I said, think about DP, think about David Pierce, and he did have a solid return last year, right? He did. He had him a good one. I like Pierce, but we've started to see that Pierce is just not fitting into this lineup. He's not. His skill set isn't translating into oh shit. It's fourth. Oh, no shit. Okay. I like to hear that. Oh, don't be trying to use your moderator powers. Yeah. And get told, nigga. But so that's an interesting one. Like I said, I'm interested to see what happens with Pierce before it's all said, because I don't think it's over with. Like, I think you're still going to see some moves. There's still some free agents out there that have not been picked up I'm pretty sure they're at a discount now. And I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't want to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised, if a team that may have some interest in Pierce, do something like that. Say sticking Northside reboot. Shout out to Uncle Buck already. Did we trade Davis? Davis Skills Mills? And then and Marcus Harris, the DT out of Auburn. He said that he wanted to go earlier. Okay, I didn't know that. And again, drop the name. Your grade for Jawar Jordan. Drop the name Jordan and your grade. Solomon Byrd, DN out of USC, and he's from New Orleans. Speaking of fucking New Orleans, what is that? That motherfucker had the funniest press conference. Shout out to Big B because he retweeted that shit. What's his name? Oh, the receiver. Damn, I can't think of his fucking name. Shit, I can't even think of where he went to now. I think he went to the Bills. Keon called me, yeah. Shout out to Wink. I just knew Wink would know. That nigga had me down. Yeah, I go take you shopping too. That nigga got it. Is he from the boot? He gotta be. Because like I said, that nigga definitely got the accent. He gotta be a native. Where we at? Real quick, because I know we passed 30-minute mark, and then I'm gonna shoot you the number here in just a second, Wink. And then we'll chop it up, and then we'll see where we at. We may take another call or two. You got Solomon Byrd, the DN out of USC, and then you got Marcus Harris out of Auburn, and then Ladarius Henderson out of Michigan, right? And I guess he's a versatile guy. 2. Shout out to Parker. What's the motherfucking deal? You say my coworker is Coleman's cousin. It was hoping we get it. Man, all I know, that's the most I know about him, but that might be one of the funnier fucking. But I fuck with it. Let me tell you why I fuck with it. Because even though there was a lot of joking, there was a lot of smart shit going on, right? There was Tom Savage. That was fucked up. I shouldn't have done Tom Savage like that. I'll never. That's what every time I think about Tom like that. That might have been his greatest highlight, right? You want a cool drink? All right, real quick. Let me pop this up. Let me get this set up. Let me shoot you the dilly dally. Chop it up with Wink and yeah. But yeah. So overall, and again, being in position, another draft without a first round pick, this time on his own. But overall, off season, at this point, because I don't believe that it's over, I do not believe the Texans are done constructing this roster. Right now, this is where you get into the value. Okay? This is where you get into the value. And this area, the offseason, is when we were talking about GMs the other day, is where I would give Rick Smith some due. Because Rick Smith could pluck a couple of gems out of undrafted free agents. Who was my boy back in the day? Dylan Cole. Dylan Cole, man. Oh shit. Heidi's here. We were doing good. Front runner, what's the motherfucking deal? Elijah, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. And Brandon, what's the motherfucking deal? And let's see. Let me send this to you. I'm going to send it to you on the send it to you on Discord real quick. Good, just do it that way. No, fuck it. I'll just do it like this. I just shot you the whatchamacallit number. We use that one. But here's the see where we at. All right. I just shot you the number, Wink. So we'll call in, we'll chop it up a little bit, and like I say, we'll see where we at. The tackle situation is very, like, I mean, because here's my deal. Are you expecting someone to go down? Like, what is it that is concerning? You know, because I think it's more of a Howard issue than a Tunsil thing, right? But we're thinking long term here. Is this a patch up deal? Like I say, I do. It's because it's been a bit of a busy weekend. Part of it busy, part of it getting it in order. Oh, there we go. What's the motherfucker? See, there we go. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the sauce line this evening? What's going down, Wing? Man, so taking a look at it, taking a recap of the draft, kind of top to bottom, and just the free agency as a whole. Right now, free agency as a whole as we stand right now, what do you rate it? Plus. So from with everything, with all the free agent assets, the draft, everything is a B plus. So okay, I'm talking about okay, B plus. Okay, overall off season. Oh, y'all can't hear me. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. I done Romans you. My bad. Look, players fuck up. Oh, that's why my settings were different from in the den. Okay. My bad. They couldn't hear your first week. So you saying what grade did you get a draft?
Draft I gave a B plus.
Okay, and then the grade you gave the overall off season so far.
Oh, it was a A plus.
See, Heidi, your shenanigans and tricks don't work anymore. You've lost your power. So out of all the picks in the draft, who to you was the best pick, or do you feel like will be the most immediate addition to this Houston Texans team?
Lassiter and Bullock.
You feel like secondary, because you touched on, and these are things you both spoke on. You said you did mention that, hey, either in the quarterback position or the safety position, that would be a good way to go. What are you expecting from either one of those young guys? Do you think Bullock's going to be a guy that's going to give future competition, will possibly take that spot, or what do you think is going to happen? Just trying to get younger in the secondary.
Bullock, regardless of who they want back there, is going to be the free safety who's going to be playing over the top at all times. He got the best speed, most range, better angles, and covers better than Ward or Peacher.
And then your thoughts on?
I think
Go ahead.
I just think he just creates more plays, so you can expect more the pass deflection from the safety spot and interception. A lot of tips. Yeah, don't be surprised if you see like a lot of tipped interceptions as well, where other people can capitalize on.
So, do you feel like he's a starter in game one?
He may work his way into it. I think it'll take their time, and he'll sit back and learn because they definitely want to make sure they coach him up. But you can expect him to be in on more passing downs, like the long third downs, or just like if they get him in like a second and 20, long second downs and shit like that, or they're not gonna put him in a position where until they fix his tackling, because that's really the only problem that he has. But the fact that he's 6'3", running a 4.3, to be able to get you exactly where you need to. The fact that he played receiver, very good at mirroring routes. So from a coverage perspective, he's what we need. As far as the tackling and everything else, bro, D'Amico's the coach. They're going to figure all that other shit out. And D'Amico already said, because somebody had asked him about that during the press conference when they were talking about it. He was like, well, it ain't going to matter. Like, because they brought up the old buddies tackling. He was like, I mean, that's what the fuck we swarming for, basically. Like, he ain't gonna be by himself tackling anyway. So it's a team effort. So like all that thinking he finna just be doing shit by himself, we don't even preach that mentality around here. So he already looking at it because he can see what people want to say. But when D'Amico get their hands on you, bro, you way better than you've ever been anyway. So and that's the way that a lot of people, if you have questions, that's really how you have to look at it. Because when has he failed you? Like when you really think about like as a defense, as far as the guys and how far he's taken them under his tenure so far, and I understand he in his second year, they're only going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree. And again, like I say, because at one point, I would think that I wouldn't say that they were overperforming, but he definitely is getting the most out of his defense. So you improve.
No question.
Yeah. So looking at go ahead. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say the people who left got paydays they more than likely would have never dreamed of getting.
So looking at and that's Bullock. You said that he's gonna give competition. What do you feel about Lassiter? Like what do you see him?
Lassiter, bro, that boy got all the dog in him, and he went to the right school as far as the Bulldog, bro. That boy is every bit of what Sauce Gardner is, but with less penalties. So if you're a Sauce Gardner fan, that's basically what you're looking at. Very tight coverage, don't get burned, gives a very low completion rates from the quarterback to the receiver. Dudes don't get a lot of catches on him, and he ain't gave up no touchdowns. I don't know how people don't want that. And when you want to look at like 40 times and shit like that, last I checked, Josh Norman ran a 4.66 and he was all pro. So I mean, anybody who want to use that 40 shit, if you still using 40 times to talk about how good somebody is, bro, just hang it up. Like, don't talk about football ever. Like, just don't do it.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm not big on using those draft combine stats as a factor. Because some people just ain't good at when the pressure taking them kind of tests because you got that one shot. Some people cut it on when the lights come on. And like you said, like that forcing. How often in the NFL are you just running in a straight line for fucking 40 yards? You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I get it, but it is what it is.
You're not really in those situations like that unless somebody beats you deep, and it's more recovery speed than it is straight line speed. So that he has that at corner. So to sit here and pretend he don't, and people want to pick and choose the kind of bro, he don't be getting beat over the top like that. His length hasn't failed him as far as like his arm reach or shit like that. Like none of that has really failed him, and he's played some of the best competition in the SEC the last 2-3 years that he's been a starter. So it's not nothing you really got to worry about.
40 times shooters from motherfuckers. Bro, sub 7.
People just so enamored with whoever the fuck it is that they wanted like Kool-Aid and everybody else, that you're not really paying it any mind, that they just want to just shit on the next man because they want to like who they want to like. And it's a certain faction of fan out here, and it's like everything that they want never really works out, but it's like everything that we want or that we can at least kind of see the vision for, that actually works out. So I wouldn't be too hot about it if y'all part of South Nation. I really wouldn't be too mad about
it. So looking at kind of talk a little bit about Blake, being about Philly. What are your feelings on Cade?
Mm-hmm. Man, I love Cade Stover. I liked him last year when CJ was last year of college. Boy, dog, man, you see him make plays, can block well, can definitely get better. He's reliable. Whenever you get the ball this way, he coming down with it. You know what I'm saying? And we need a crazy white boy on this team anyway. So I think he's gonna be one of them.
Okay. Definitely. Now somebody I mentioned, I'm not sure. I think you said you was talking about was Jawar Jordan?
Jawar Jordan? Yeah. That boy's nice. Yeah. At his combine, for anybody who worrying about that and like, oh, he run, bro. This boy hit home runs. That's all he do. The man easily running a 4.3. Go look at his tape. Boys, once you get past the second level, you can't catch him. Great contact balance and pass protect, catch the ball. and he was hurt during the combine. He ran at 40. So you didn't even see it do it justice. So he's gonna be fine. And it's so funny that everybody wanted him to get a quarterback, and it was funny. See, this is why you need to be a part of the Discord, because you would never really lose your shit. When you think of schemes, let's think of Mike Shanahan. Let's think of, the Shanahans. Let's think about Gary Kubiak, Kevin O'Connell, a lot of these guys who we see implementing these schemes right now in the NFL as it stands. Alfred Morris for the Washington Redskins when RG3 got drafted, he was drafted in the 6th round. Came right out of the gate with 1,600 yards. When Mike Shanahan won the Super Bowl, he took an undrafted free agent, won 2 Super Bowl MVPs back-to-back. Arian Foster was found by Gary Kubiak, undrafted free agent. Mike McDaniels just found another running back in like the 4th round. He got A-Chain in like the 3rd round. Like the highest rated guy that these guys even have on any of their teams currently right now are from the 3rd round or to undrafted. Dudes find these dudes that as long as you fit the scheme, that's all that matters. The man fits the scheme, got the size, got the speed, got the skill set that is needed to make sure that if Joe Mixon is coming out or if anybody goes down, guess what? It's not going to tail off. So I think boys got points to prove, and just let him do his job. Refer to his tape, and it's not like if any of these guys that you look at that we got in the later rounds, they got extensive tape. They don't have like a 2-3 minute highlight video that you're going to look at and be like, oh, it ain't really that much, and you don't have that much detail to really go off of.
I want to kind of jump subjects real quick. It's something we was mentioning in the beginning of the stream. And, young boys do what young boys going to do. And Tank was out having him a good time, like we all did when we was young. And got caught up in a situation, and one of them situations that kind of happened. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like that's going to have any impact on Tank? Do you think that's going to make him go harder? You think he still already got the dog in him, so it really don't matter? Maybe slow down, recover. Like, do you feel like that's going to have any impact, positive or negative, on Tank Dell after getting shot?
The fact that he alive is only going. The fact that he alive and he didn't suffer anything, I think it's going to make him be. I think he's already appreciative of the situation, but it's going to make him be even more appreciative because of the literal bullet he just dodged. Yeah. So I think everything's going to work out for him. He was going to be a dog. He going on the field. Don't nobody need to be worried. I'm thinking it had to be something like a graze or a minor flesh wound. I'm pretty sure that bullet was hot. Yeah. But, he didn't have no surgery. You know what I'm saying? He had no surgery or nothing like that. He got released the same night. So what does that tell you? Just be, the coaching staff, just be mindful and just check the man and just make sure he don't have no blood clots and nothing like that for him, and he'll be all right.
I almost feel like, he a young wild boy. They're going to do like a rapper, nigga. Like a rapper do when either they get shot or get out of jail. They finna step it up a notch. They finna blow up. So I think that makes you think about, that hoe could have hit anywhere. It could have been anywhere else. That could have been the last night. So thank God. Thank God it wasn't. Yeah. But I think that's something you keep in your mind. You're like, I'm here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's only going to make him go harder. I think it's only going to make him go harder. So, okay. But then kind of flipping the script, did you see the thing about the dude who made that comment saying that,
I saw it from Asheville. Bro, his Brinzy, Mike Brinzy or something like that. Yeah, the bitch ass nigga, don't hide now. I mean, niggas already got your face. Niggas already know exactly what it is because you put everything already on there. Niggas got the screenshots because he was going back and forth with Patrick Storm on Twitter. And then he said something and some other fans said something. And he was like, yeah, I hope your boy bleed out or some shit like that. Like, what? Like, what are you on? And stupid motherfuckers in the comment section was actually asking him for context about, like, what he meant. Nigga, no. There's no other way to frame that. The man literally just got shot. Yeah. Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
you gotta see. Again, And how are you so comfortable saying that, knowing that if it really came down
I
to
don't
that,
know.
your move is to go run and hide. That's what you was gonna go do.
Right.
Like,
His job over with. Like
yeah.
his job over with. He finished.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever he lose, whatever money he was getting, whatever he got going on, ain't nobody like you know what I'm
Wife
saying?
finna
Maybe
leave him.
down the line somebody will probably give him a little, a little gig here and there. Maybe he's gonna have to DoorDash from here on out for a little while. But outside of that, I mean, what else is he gonna do? He can't even work at Chick-fil-A right now if he wanted to. So I mean, I hope he got everything going right for him, financially or
this is going down. He finna lose some money. His wife finna leave him. I don't know if they got kids. If they do, she finna take the kids, hit that nigga for the child support and alimony.
Bro,
you should have shut the fuck up.
Bro, like everything you don't need to say, and motherfuckers will find everything you need to know about you saying some shit online.
Oh yeah. Especially when you put your name out there like that, it ain't. The nigga go do really could go do a search right now and probably find out where that nigga live, and it'll take you a whole 15 seconds.
Bro, somebody know that already.
Oh yeah. And I'm not encouraging anybody to do it, and I have not gone and done that. But I'm just saying,
of course not.
Yeah, but it's just saying that.
But how many Brinzies do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that ain't gonna be hard to find.
With a name like that, yeah, it's a wrap. You done. You the matching name, you probably got 2 in America with your name.
Yeah, like get out of here.
Yeah, and then all you gotta do is what location you reporting for? Oh, okay, that's the one right there. That's it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, made it bad for himself. Which is not a smart thing to do, but hey, it is what it is. Mitch, already, man. Shout out to Mitch, and make sure you take care of yourself. But yeah, so overall, do you looking back at this draft, do you feel like there was maybe a position or a situation or a player that was still available when the Texans made a pick that you might have gone in a different direction than Nick Caserio?
I can understand people wanting different players at different spots. I'm told I can definitely understand. Initially, I was kind of like, well, but I could immediately see, I immediately went back to what D'Amico said in his press conference a couple of weeks ago. Bro, trench play is extremely important to him. The games in his mind is won and lost in the trenches. So why wouldn't he pay close attention to that? And let's be real. The nigga with the Twitter fingers in Titus Howard, he can't trust that nigga. He's already restructured his contract. What I want to say, he just got his contract has already been restructured twice. What does that mean? Like, bro, you're a liability. Like, they just paid you. You was just coming off a season. And this is the reason, he probably one of the reasons, many reasons why dudes ain't getting no contracts over 3 years. Because you've been in this organization. You've been hurt. You've been okay, to say the least. As a first-round pick, you are a bust. He's not a good player. Like, he's okay. He's okay. He's serviceable. And the only reason why he's only going to look better, or he could very well look like he's one of the guys, because of the quarterback that we have now. So it's like when he's playing out of position, you see the deficiencies pop up. When he plays right tackle, he settled in a little bit more. But honestly, you have to be ready to be able to either move on or replace the production that he provides you, which I believe Fisher can do.
So you feel like in the long term, the Fisher move is going to be a move to replace?
You have to factor in everything, not necessarily even a replacement now, because he's already under contract. But I'm pretty sure after this year they could move on away from him if they see that they need to. And I'm not saying they got him because of that, but they definitely got him as a backup plan to say, hey, we don't need no drop-offs, and we don't need no scenarios the way that we had last year with a majority of our O-line, if not all of them, with the exception of Shaq Mason, didn't go down. He's the only lineman that we had to play every single game last year, and he's the oldest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to take all that into consideration. He don't want CJ getting hurt. He don't want that. It's too much. They didn't invest too much in his offseason to have any to do any backpedaling. Wrong move up front to set everything back. Why chance any of that? That's how they looking at it. And I can't even blame them.
And Big Steve, what's the motherfucker? You say why I got on OJ gloves? Because if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
You must have quit.
Nah, we was talking shit earlier. I had to get masked up and gloved up. We was talking about old buddy with the nonsense about Tank Dell. So it is what it is.
Yeah, shit was wild.
Yeah, and I do, and I think, and that's the thing too. And shout out to Brandon. I see that. I know a lot of people wanting additional wide receivers, but you can't I don't think you want another wide receiver and believe in Mechie at the same time. Because I see a lot of people, we'll see what Hudson, let's see what Mechie can do. Well, you got to give them boys a chance to do what they can do. Because with Mechie, that's like a rookie year. Even though, you missed that first one, it's like a rookie year.
I humbly believe that when Diggs got here and the videos and all of the work behind the scenes, I think Mechie and CJ already said it in that initial press conference he did like 2-3 weeks ago with Will Fuller. He was like, "Nah, Mechie looked completely different, way ahead of where he was last year." They probably feel so good about the wide receiver position, and they trust DJ's judgment. Why wouldn't they trust it? And if you want to look at it like that, why would they spend any more capital on a guy that we're gonna have for a couple more years anyway, and be able to give him the shot that they know he deserves? To be able to make it look like, okay, this is the investment, and you the guy that we thought you couldn't. It only makes sense. You can choose. They got a tight end, which is what they needed more. They needed a running back, which they needed more, and they definitely needed a swing tackle on offense. Guard, not so much, but hey, can't even fault them for that.
So at this point, what do you still see? What do you see as the current weakest position on the Texans?
Until we actually see it, I think they've done more than enough to address it. But I think until we actually see it, the cornerback, the secondary really as a whole, I think that's where we had our biggest deficiencies. And the fact that we address running back, we address tight end, those areas, I don't think that they're a hindrance at all. But until we actually see how quick those guys are moving and how well they adapt to what D'Amico wants to do, which I have no doubt that they're gonna pick up. They're the only motherfucker who I think is gonna be a complete bum is CJ Henderson, and I just don't see any. It's nothing he does well. Like it's nothing he does well at all. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the nigga misspells his own name JC Sunderhin. Like I don't know. Like I just don't know. I just don't think he does anything right. Like I don't know. Somebody else probably signed the contract. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But I believe that D'Amico is the guy, TJ is the guy, and whatever deficiencies that they really gonna have on this team, which I'm pretty sure there will be one, or it may be a deficiency that'll pop up that we think is a strength now that'll end up being a weakness later. Because that's happened the last 2 years. The year before, we thought the linebacking group was going to be spectacular. Turns out, then it ends up becoming a weakness. This year, we go into it thinking linebacker was going to be a weakness. It's a strength. We thought corner and secondary was going to be a strength. It ends up becoming a weakness. So it's going to be somewhere along the lines. I think the trench play is going to be good on both sides, because I think you have the right amount of veterans and you even address the young interior players, even when you look at Marcus Hunt, who we got from Auburn, and that nigga a dog. One of our 7-round picks, that boy is a straight monster. So, we definitely got some moving parts, and it's just gonna be beneficial to see what they want to do. And I definitely see a situation because we are so loaded at receiver. Davis Mills is definitely going to be in a situation where I think by preseason he might get shipped off because I think he'll have enough tape to be able to put on I think enough teams like him, and I think he really can put himself in a situation, considering the guys that he'll be throwing to on the second and third team, to be able to flourish. And because we know he can't be the first team roster. He's not good enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? But if he don't roll his neck a little bit, he'll probably be able to see, a touchdown. He just might. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all we can hope for. You know what I'm saying? He can reel it on back in, and then, wait for the next week to see if anybody chooses to make a move on him.
Hopefully, look, we need to make Davis Mills look as good in the preseason as we possibly can. Look, all y'all, we know certain groups of people who listen to the sauce who be stealing sauce. So make sure when y'all do your media reporting, hype Davis Mills up as much as y'all can, and that way get a little buzz going from him so we can try to get some assets out of him. We appreciate what Money Mills did.
Yeah.
It's time to move on. Okay. Well, that's a BT. It's about that time. Anything else you want to say before we get ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, free agency, once the free agency starts, it never stops. Free agency isn't over until, moves can be made until the season is basically over. So, to answer everybody's questions, who's talking about free agency and, and this and that, I think the team is really good. It's constructed enough right now for us to be able to win it all. And I think definitely moves will be made. It's enough of these guys that's still out here at various positions who could definitely be, and we never know who's going to get let go from the team. You just never know.
Right.
So we're going to go into this, with knowing that we not the ones who going to get finessed. We're going to make the right move. And, once the season starts, that we have quality depth everywhere we need. The best guys will play. And I think the guys that we think that will be cut will be, because you could kind of see it and you could just see who was more talented. And D'Amico is never going to put himself in a situation where he's not going to have the most talented team. And that's just the way I see it.
She's like, we are in a position to win it all. The talent is there. The skill set is there. It's on the coaching now. It's on the coaching. It's on the scheme. It's on the other guys to do their job at this point. So the players got to execute, of course, but the talent is there.
Absolutely. No question about it.
Well, that's a bet, Mr. Wingman. I definitely appreciate you taking the call and chopping it up and dropping your thoughts on the thing. Like I said, should have the thing together here a little bit later, so next time I'll be able to shoot you a link. And we'll be able
no problem. Yeah, it's no problem.
Well, that's a bet. Shout out to Wingman.
All right, bet.
So, with that being said, it is 8. I got to go handle a little matter here, but I do appreciate each and every one. Man, hit that like button. If you fuck with the sauce, hit the like button. If you don't like the sauce, hit the dislike button. Really give a fuck. If you felt like the Texans had a good draft, it looks like, let me check the poll real quick. We got 73 votes on the draft, 90% yes, 10% no. I'm curious about the 10% of people who said that the Texans didn't have a draft, why they feel that way. Because the consensus that I've been saying, other than we have this thing where we fall in love with big names. I'm not a big name guy because a lot of times it's a lot of big names that are 50-50 because people elevate the expectations behind these big names. Oh, he's going to do what he did in the NFL that he did in college. A lot of them dudes ain't cut like this. A lot of people some people peak in high school, be 5-star athletes in high school, go to college, you never hear from them again. Some people be in college, this guy's going to be a first-round talent. Go to the league, never hear from him again. Be guys that you ain't never halfway heard of or didn't pay a lot of attention to, be late-round guys. And fucking Chris Myers. Oh, yeah. I remember Chris Myers. I fuck with Chris Myers. Look, that, man, look, yeah, hell yeah. But you translate when you go to that next level, yeah, it never did. It was probably one of the best to do it. Like, one of the most consistent, one of the best to do it. And that's the thing. So people love big names, right? I prefer big games over big names. So it's a little bit different. But here's the deal. Again, Sauce Nation, I focus y'all. I got a slide. We'll be tomorrow, 7 o'clock. If y'all fuck with the den is going to be at 2 p.m. for a little while till I, figure some of these things out. Look, I'm old. I'll be trying to get sleep and I'll be able to try to do things in order like a sensible gentleman. But again, Sauce Nation is nothing but love. No Diddy. There's nothing but love, man. I got nothing but love for y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I thank you for showing up. I thank you for spilling some sauce with me this evening. We'll have a line jumping tomorrow. We'll take more calls. We'll have a couple other things to discuss. But nothing but appreciation again, because you could be anywhere in the world. And the fact that y'all came to spill some sauce tonight is greatly appreciated. Make sure you're following all the proper social medias. Sauce Sports HTX on Instagram and Twitter. Sauce Sports, of course, on YouTube. Just go to Sauce. Well, oh, you know what? I gotta fucking pay for that. I think that shit died today. Not died. I gotta pay for my fucking domains. YouTube, Facebook, Patreon. If you want to be a part of the Discord, y'all heard Wink talk about the Discord. If y'all know anybody who be in the Discord, y'all know it's pure. It's tomfoolery and shenaniganery in the Discord, but it's great conversations. It's a side of the sauce that you don't see. Shout out to the whole round table. Shout out to Jerry Key. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna add you in, and then let you drop that for the round table. Man, I understand. I definitely understand because they are watching. They are watching. Go to the Patreon and join at the $5 tier. The $5 tier gets you, or I believe you can do it. I think one of the YouTube memberships have it. I don't know if the YouTube membership is automated into the, it'll automatically put you in there, but I can double check that. But just go to patreon.com/saucesports. During the season, we watch the games together, or various sporting events. Probably, I need to ask around what y'all talking about if they want to watch the, might have to do the Tyson Paul in that bitch. But we definitely in that bitch. It's 24/7 sauce. It's always somebody in the thing. Shit, I can't. I'm gifted out for all for this month. I think they should be reset on the 1st. They should. If I could, I definitely, because I think I did my 10 hours, like 10 you can do for the month. But we'll see. We might do something. Might do something a little special tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. It's the end of the month. We'll see what's shaking. But with that being said, again, I appreciate y'all, man. I thank y'all. This is a good time, baby. This is like, so again, if you want to fuck, you want that 24, it's almost like the 4-letter network all day long. It's always somebody gonna be in the sauce, somebody gonna jump on the voice, and it's gonna be 93% sports talk. But that 7%, when it start getting off, it's some of the best conversation that you ever. It's like the den without crazy women saying stuff. So with that being said, I got fuck with y'all. I thank y'all, Sauce Nation. Again, it's my honor, it's my privilege, but more than anything, it's my pleasure to get to chop it up with y'all. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool, but most of all, y'all stay saucy. It's your boy N Honcho. I'm out until mañana. That's tomorrow in Spanish.